minutes or 7.5 minutes.
I think I need at least 6 minutes 20
for 2 laps. Yeah. Minutes 30.
I'm not going to get 2 laps in.
You don't need to.
Man, this fucking sucks. Fuck! Guessing everyone's done.
Mm. Didn't maximise my second lap at all. On my first.
Nice conservative start, and I pushed and just pushed too hard through the S's, and that was done.
Remember to change to race setup.
Yeah, there's only
Yeah.
one bloke that doesn't do that.
I think I benefited from having to be like, I only get one lap. Well, there's so much echo. Who's echoing?
It's always GB. Is it?
Well, normally JB doesn't echo this hard.
Oh, I think it's Jacob. Shit, don't forget the grid. Talk again.
Talking, still
It's
echo.
Yeah, it's JB. Race setup. Check. That's another one. Tell me when I go. 50 seconds. Tell me when it goes green.
Pit stop, clear tyres.
Okay, no one goes.
How many we got in the field? I didn't even pay attention to that.
28
27.
or something. 27.
27 on the grid. I don't know what that means. In the relative, anyway. I don't know if that means what that means actually.
Yeah, it's 28 total.
So the first back markers, we're probably going to lap people. So, well, maybe not actually here. I don't think pitting early though is going to be a strategy worth taking.
So it depends. If you can pit into an empty.
Did anyone work out what the time was needed?
I think it was about 25 seconds.
Does that include? That's not pit lane transit time, though.
Yeah, that's time lost.
The whole bit. Okay, 25 seconds.
Might be a little bit above that. It's definitely less than 30 though.
I was thinking about some of those dudes at the back are going to be a fair way off the pace. I think.
We're right on the back of this pace car.
Yeah. I reckon it's P1's going to jump off the corner, I'd say.
He's speeding up and slowing down. He's being a dick.
Being a bitch, yeah. Waiting. What,
Just go.
Dude's looking hungry for that inside move on you, Warwick.
talking? Why are you talking? I don't know what you said.
Pit stop, fuel to the end.
Pit stop, fuel to the end. Pit stop, add 21 litres. Lap 10, I've hit the apex.
Fuck this Mercedes.
What the fuck was that? Oh, what the fuck is going on? Don't do this to me. Come on, baby. Hang in there. Pit stop. Fuel to the end. Pit stop. Add 20 litres. Oh, man. What? Come on, let me get home, please. Come on, last lap. Come on, baby. Pit stop, fuel to the end. Oh, mate.
Good driving, Edwin.
Ooh, what a race.
Yeah, I don't know.
That sucked.
how you
Big
guys
time.
have
I'm
better
never
setup,
driving
but
this
I
fucking
have
car
no
again.
idea.
What's wrong with the car?
Oh,
Drive the bird.
qualifying ahead of guys who
No,
on the
no,
first
no,
two
no.
laps,
The
I'm
merge
comfortably
also
ahead
needs
of,
to be good. It just can't be
and then I have about a spate of 6 or 7 laps where I'm just getting passed. I'm defenseless, and then it comes back.
My car is too much overset on the
I mean, I know I'm driving against guys who don't have the same skill set because I'm
If
watching the
anything,
fucking
if
lines
oversteer
and
helps you out get faster, I'm down for it.
you know, it's just frustrating. I just fucking feel like I'm just handicapping myself driving this fucking car. No, I did not enjoy that. The last little bit was okay, but I was just defenseless. I do not know how to look after the tyres, I guess.
Hmm.
You had a fuel worry.
I am. Totally.
I'm almost out of fuel.
Are
That's
we
it.
past the point of
0-0.
incidents?
Yeah, don't worry.
Yes.
I'm just going to pull over anyway.
Okay, yeah.
I'm at the end of the straight. Can you make it?
I'm right behind him.
Just coming over the brow.
That's right.
Oh, I think I can see you.
I can see some headlights coming.
Some DRS.
Yeah.
My early pit stop actually helped me, but fucking car just was slip sliding everywhere in a few places. Just a little bit of a over slide through a corner, and then the next 3 corners you've got fucking no grip.
You're just coasting for it.
I'm out. Like I'm zero.
Yeah.
Zero,
Well,
zero, zero.
I'm at 0.2. Oh, there we go. Let me start it. It wasn't let me start it before.
So, I've now got wheel problems.
Now I got wheel problems.
As in
Yeah.
Fanatec wheel.
Yep. As in, it's just three times during the race, it just cut out, nothing. No gear changes. No, was it brakes as well? It was just no.
Yep. That sounds like the kind of things I've heard. In the middle of a corner or like in the braking zone?
Yeah, second last corner and the last corner, and I had it somewhere else. I can't remember. Was it to the?
Yep. It sounds like the same thing.
Yeah,
It
dude.
was not good.
Get the wheel off and check those fucking screws.
They are only my 3rd race in it.
What is it today? Round 8.
What did this guy do? I think I got the fastest lap of the race.
Nice.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
203.38.
You did 2. Jesus.
Fucking Porsche.
What was Diego doing? Miguel, he I had a couple of passes on dudes who obviously went over the incident count. Miguel pitted late, and who was the other dude who was harassing me? Matthew Zeiss, 22 incident. Francisco got 25.
Fuck these two.
Nah, that was ridiculous. It was just Porsches. Fucking hell. Qualify better. First couple of laps, no worries. And then just steadily just reel you in.
So I nearly passed off the start. That would have made Jacob's life a little bit easier.
Look, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great.
Sucked.
Yeah, you got the shit.
This car is fucking slow, man.
Oh, it is.
It's such a handicap. It's just frustrating to race now.
The heavy. I think it's the heavy car and the temperatures.
Just chews through the tyres.
Yeah, the weight. obviously affects the
Yeah.
tire
Mm.
wear. Because it's just, I don't know, I just can't do it. I just lose, like JB, I lose touch with the Porsches. Everything else, I can do pretty well.
What was your front left tyre?
Ooh, good point.
57. You know. And I was
Amazing.
really trying to look after it in the first 2 laps as well.
62.
50.
50. Fuck me.
Holy
60,
shit. You
62.
guys are ripping your tires up.
What's yours? What's your temps? Oh, no,
My
we-
temps? Oh, no, but we did a cool down lap, so the temps are all low.
70,
Um,
yeah, right, yeah.
My fronts are in the low 70%, and my rears are in the mid 60s and high 60s.
See, my wear is fairly balanced. It's 67 and 66 for the rest of the tyres. So the front left is that 62. For a counterclockwise circuit as well. There's a
See that triple right-hander?
yeah, fuck yeah.
I got passed by a guy called Matthew Zeiss. He fucking qualified. Like, when did he qualify? Way down the back somewhere. 19th. He ended up
Yeah, but he didn't get a quali lap in.
I
no.
was going to ask him just not get one in. or was
Yeah,
it just super
but his
confident?
race lap, he wasn't any faster than me on my best lap. What's his best lap? A 25.3. Mine was a... Not a 25.3, sorry. A 5.3.
Yeah.
My best lap was a 4.9, and that was right at the end. I suddenly...
Oh, yeah,
The
light.
pace comes back
Yes,
after,
it does.
light load, after
Well,
pits.
you won. You get a chance to cool the tyres out. You know, they're sitting in the pits for a little while. Just gives them that slight breather, and the weight's coming off, and it's competitive on a new tyre, or on a window tyre, like in the temperature window. It's competitive, but it just gets there. I don't know if it's the VRS set in general or the car in general, but it's hard to keep in a window. I tried really hard not to stress the tyre, and I was still 10 better than you, but it's 10 worse than Sean. I'll have to find that lap where I ran.
Well, yeah, I mean, 4 seconds of that was me looping it at the entrance to the hairpin.
Did you loop?
Well, half loop, sorry. So I lost 2 positions and 4 seconds just gathering it back up. I came in just a little too hot, and just the tyres just gave up, and the rear end just started coming around. You know how it does on that corner?
Yeah, I had a couple of slides.
Yeah, and it just slid out. It got sideways. It came to a complete stop. The 2 guys went past. I ended up catching one of those back, Ben, and got him on the... He made a little mistake coming off the same corner, funnily enough, on the last lap, second last lap.
The end of lap 10. Jay.
Mm.
No, wrong Jay. Brake. Oh, hang on. I think I missed it. It come on. But like 0, no pedals. Then bang, there it is. There's the pedals. Yeah, no gears either. So no gears, no pedals. I had 3 instances. So this corner, the corner before, and then a few laps later, it was I think it was down near the hairpin to the back straight. I can't actually remember now. Or no, it was turn 1.
I was on 2 incidences for most of the race, and just at the end there, as I got frustrated, I started racking them up a bit. Got to 7 in the end.
I ended up with 12, 4 of which were because a backmarker decided not to yield before the S's. And then he jammed on the brakes in the S's at like an apex, and I went straight into the back of him. I think he was trying to let me by, but like he was just on the racing line. So I had 12 in the end. Like pretty much everyone had at least like 5. A lot of people are in the teens.
think
It's
5
one of
was the
those
minimum.
tracks.
Yeah.
I had a 4 times at the start, and then I 2 off tracks with my wheel issues, 3. So I only really had a couple to myself. So happy enough with that.
Yeah, it's interesting with the car because, like, in that practice session, Warwick, your time on full fuel was better than what I would have been able to do on full fuel.
Which time?
You did like that 3.7.
In the race?
No,
Oh,
in
in the
practice.
previous session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was doing a 4.2. I think I did a 4.3. I could have done a little bit better, but like
That wasn't an in lap, was it? You know how that
No,
get
he
an
just
artificial
went out
lap.
and did a lap.
Okay.
So it's like the 1 lap pace when you go out on fresh tires and push for a lap
and no
is
consequences.
fast.
And no consequences. You know, like I go out, I push for a lap because I don't have to worry about the next few laps. And you can't do that. 1, in a race, there's cars around. And 2, we can make it work. Trying to make them last. Oh, I tried to go around the outside of that dude. Fucking hell, it was so close.
What was that? What?
Hit up my bum though. Going into the
Warwick.
S's.
Yeah, I saw. I was watching that.
That was the beginning of the race, right?
Yeah, lap 1.
Yeah, it's just, you know, he's got cold tyres and a bit conservative through there. And it was way earlier than I needed to brake.
I just had a wiggle. Yeah, I was sort of caught up in that. I got sort of stuck with nowhere to go in the middle of 3 wide, turn 1.
I noticed that watching you work, the way you go through that first S, you just go flat through it, whereas like that white car in front of you, I'm on the brakes before I get to that right-hander.
That was watching Jacob, because he was going in there, and it's just trying to find that spot as well. Because if you misalign it, if you don't get that weight transfer right, you launch over the sausage curve. I did plenty of that in the practicing. Oops, that's the wrong button. Fucking all the time. JB, 3 wide in front of you.
I wasn't planning on. Well, I couldn't pass anyone anyway, obviously. So I just wanted to sort of just use those few laps to just work the tyres in, which I thought I'd do. I was very cautious through the first lap. Still didn't make any difference to my tyre longevity. I couldn't. The Porsches had so much of an advantage onto the back straight too, off the exit there. I really felt like if I had a Porsche too close behind me, they could always get a better exit.
Took me 10
Well,
laps.
that could just be driving though. Like Jacob was following me for a while at the start.
No, I'm sure you're right. It's a bit of
Yeah, but he hasn't done as much practice.
And it was battling.
yeah.
And it took me 10 laps to hit the apex in that corner. 10 laps. And I did a mini cheer. And I don't think I hit it again for another few laps. And in the last practice session, I was hitting that apex. I'm like, I figured this corner out. Just a slight change in conditions. And a bit of nerves. Couldn't figure out the second last corner at all. It took me fucking the whole race.
That is ridiculous to be 34 seconds off your pace, Sean. I know you're faster than me, but not that much fucking faster. That's more than a second a lap. That's almost 2 seconds a lap.
Felt like I was fast here, I think, in the end, with all the practice, because I was really close to Diego. I don't know, maybe he wasn't that fast, but
Worry. We're going to need a skin for a different car. I'm not driving the Mercedes again. I'm done with that.
I could just see you getting your Porsche going. It's too fucking flicky.
I'll struggle in a Porsche, don't worry.
Are you off, Jay?
Oh my god, I actually gained IR. Just.
Go.
And still lost safety rating.
yeah,
7.
yeah, you got to be under like 3 or 4 usually to be safe. Yeah, I dropped down to 3. A3 license. Oh, I gained my rating.
He won. Mind you, he's almost on the bubble, but he had 9 incidents and he gained safety rating.
It's
Yeah, it's because he's A1.
Yeah.
What?
It's an A1.8. So it's easier for him to gain. And it's like, it's a rolling window. So it's incidents per corner over your last 10 races, or I don't know however long the window is. So if you push out a really bad session and replace it with a slightly not so bad session, you'll gain.
Your average goes down.
Yeah.
Sean, did you say you got a 2?
2? No. 203. 3.
Yeah, so you had a good run on Diego.
I wasn't fast enough to beat him. I lost out behind a back marker, so I probably would have been within 1.5 seconds of him if not for that. But I was not faster than him. If I'd been in front of him, like if I'd somehow like I don't know, jumped him at the start, I reckon I might have been able to stay in front. But he would have been right behind me the whole race. But he was not making any mistakes. We were both super consistent over the whole race. Strength of field's so low because it's one split. We only got just over 100 championship points for what was probably one of my best races.
Yes.
Oh, on to the next one.
What is the next one?
The next one is Suzuka. Because everyone will be practicing for the 10 hour.
Which doesn't look like we're going to bother with Sean, eh?
No, doesn't look like it. I'm not too fast.
We missed that one. Hey, is the the number of rounds you've got to complete to get your credit, is it 8 or is it 10?
It's 2 less than I think, isn't it? 2 less?
Yeah, 2 less.
It must be 10.
And the total. All right.
Oh no, it was a 4 less. I think it's 4 less. I think it's 8.
I 8 sort of is in my head for some reason.
Yeah, I think it's 8.
Oh well, got that out of the way. Should have finished at least a couple of places higher, but hey, with 8 minutes to go, I was so fucking close to just walling it and fucking quitting.
Why?
Why? Because it was just frustrating experience. I wasn't enjoying myself.
No.
I was just sitting there watching these Porsches who I'd qualified ahead of, in some cases by over a second. And I knew their lap times weren't all that fast, but they were just catching me.
Yeah, the Porsche is probably advantageous in its long run capability.
I know, but if it was, it's just the bolt. You know, if they'd got their shit together and made it so that, okay, some tracks the Porsche is going to have the advantage, but it evens out over the season, you could deal with it. But
Oh, wow, he bumped you out there. Sorry, I'm watching a replay. I'll joke about high. Send it down the inside, yes! Yes! Oh, payback!
anyway, I'll see you boys later.
All right.
I'm going to go
Yeah.
and sulk for a bit. I'll catch you later.
I was definitely a bit worried about Jacob for the first few laps. He was sort of sticking with me, and I wasn't sure if he was going to pick up speed or stay there. But I think that Mercedes
Oh, yeah, it
just slows down a bit.
does. And I think the best you can do is put it off to sort of lap 4 or 5. So, and when I was hot lapping with the race set, it's the second lap. Like you do a ripper lap, and the next lap you're a second slower. But if you phase it in, you can probably get. The most I got was 3 laps in a row of a similar time within a tenth, and then it went away, and I could get it back in a couple of laps to be reasonable again. But in the race situation, you're just always pushing for that extra bit, which is it's a mental game that I've got to play. But interesting, JB and I switching around. I was about to toss my car out because I just couldn't get the car to work. There's a little bit of acceptance there at the moment, but that's frustrating as fuck. I can certainly appreciate that. Sorry, mate, just talking to the young fella. He's off to work. Yeah, I still have this problem of just being a little bit overly cautious. I'm super fucking concerned about my fucking wheel though. Nothing, and it just pops its head up in the race. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Mind you, like mine hasn't had a problem in ages since JB said take the wheel off and tighten the screws. I haven't had a problem.
I shall have a look in a moment.
They weren't like loose. It was just like a quarter of a turn on each of them.
Mm.
And yeah, now it's good. Most of the time I forget about it, but when the problem comes back up again, I try and consciously not sort of pull or push on the wheel.
that crossed my mind as well. It's very distracting in a race to go, fuck, what is it that's causing it? Yeah. And there was a moment where I felt like I was sort of tugging the wheel up and down a bit. Oh, fuck, don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I've just lost a second. Shit. Okay, drive normally. Oh, there it is. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Wasn't terrible. Wasn't terrible. Could have been worse. I didn't get disqualified.
Yep.
Tell you what, that Audi, where did that Audi end up? Because he was all over me at the start of the race, just faded.
Do you know who it was?
It was...
It was a McLaren.
Miguel.
Miguel.
Butchering his name. Miguel?
He's only 2.1k.
I don't know if it was...
Yeah, he did it. He did a 12.44 as his best lap, which is like pretty good.
Yeah, but was he not managing his tyres? Because he just seemed to be pushing hard and then just started to drop back. I wonder if he was suffering our problem.
It can just be inconsistency as well, though. Like,
yeah, I know.
We probably did, or I know I did the most practice for this race that I've done for a while. Like
I knew
a
that
good
was dangerous.
3 or 4 sessions. And I definitely find, like, with that level of practice, my consistency is just there. Like, I'm within a few tenths lap after lap for the whole race.
You learn the little things. Like you learn to go fast first, and then you start to learn to go fast and consistent without destroying stuff.
I also think it's been a few weeks since I've had actual, like, smooth graphics performance and stuff. I think that's helped too.
Yeah, I had an issue too, and I don't know why. It didn't crop up at all during practice. I don't know if it's just the sheer number of cars now. Like, I'm running OBS, which is drawing from the graphics card, obviously, and I know it would be something to that effect that's giving me grief. But I've turned a whole bunch of settings down, and it didn't really pop up. It did a little bit, and I turned some AA down a bit, and it seemed to pick up. And then all of a sudden today, it was doing it in the race, which is frustrating as fuck. Because when it's not smooth, it makes it hard to be smooth.
Yes.
Through the S's, it was
I think
tough.
I was about to say, through the S's is probably where I found it so much better. After going back to the old Windows and fixing my performance, because through the S's you can't make any sort of corrections if you're got any kind of stutter, so you have to be like way off the limit.
Exactly. I was a bit worried the track wasn't as slick in the race as I thought it would be. It said in the practice it was low, it was hot, low usage and hot.
Yeah, I don't know, because I definitely found that as well. Like, different sessions were fast and slow, but it didn't seem to solely be based on the track temp even the track state. It's just very difficult to know how fast the track was going to be,
and how conservative to be, because you get 4 corners in when you join or practice to figure out how, and then you go in a qual. So you're either conservative or you lose a whole bunch of laps. But it was not peak grip. There's certainly I struggled early.
Catch up to car number 09.
But survived. Yeah, I wasn't going to trouble the scorekeepers or anything like that, but survived.